Well, hello, beautiful people. I told you I'd be doing another video. Yes, today. Um, we're going to get into what what Prince William and Harry teach us pretty much on a daily basis, along with Meghan Markle and with Princess Catherine and Meghan Markle, because we can see clearly the values of each of these two men and the values of each of these two women. And you're going to tell me which one is really a mother and a father, while the others isn't.
I think there was never any question about whether he would want to come or not. It was a question at one point of whether he'd be invited, I think. From what I understand, the Sussexes had to wait for some time to really get that confirmation that they were 100% welcome at this event. Of course, this all follows the release of Spare. But for Harry, there was certainly no question about it. Ultimately, he's fifth in line to the throne. He's a Councillor of State. There's a serious constitutional reason for him to be here, and he still takes that seriously, even though he's not a working member of the royal family.
Please keep in mind that that disgusting, filthy mouthpiece is not wrong. Harry is fifth in line to the throne. He is next in line to be regent in case anything, God forbid, happens to Charles and Prince William, while George still a minor. By law, it falls to Harry to be the regent, not Catherine, not any of the other brothers. By law, it falls onto Harry. He is right. And it's really funny that he claims that Harry takes his role very seriously, even though he doesn't live in the United Kingdom, and he hates everything about the royal family, the monarchy, right? And it's incredible how this endgame of the new book talks about how Harry and Meghan were forced out of the royal family, when Harry and Meghan sat during Oprah and said that they were happy to be there in California, that they have fled, how Prince William and at the time Prince Charles were prisoners in that horrible institution. So how can they be forced out of a jail? Didn't they flee happily? Harry sat there with Meghan. Oh my God, we're in California. We're here. Yeah, we're free. That's what the book is called, Finding Freedom. Yeah, and we know that they co-wrote it, if not wrote it. And this is why I tell you, beautiful people, that these things should have been shut down quite early on. This is supposedly, these are the chapters for Omid the Mouthpiece Scobie in his book. Okay? The Queen and her Piper, Elizabeth II's final days, shaky ground. The Queen is dead. The monarchy faces trouble. The reason why the monarchy is facing trouble is because of the lack of action to properly curtail any idiots and debunk any very worthy lies. I don't mean to go into every lie. No, you don't. But when you have two former idiot royals running around doing worldwide interviews, in this day and age, falsely slandering or falsely calling the monarchy racist just because Meghan Markle didn't get to be queen. I mean, and they don't debunk that. They don't call her out. She's allowed to commit perjury. Then this is why we have this idiot coming on here. Okay? And then the last part, gloves off. Prince Harry, man on a mission. What mission? This idiot is drugged up most of the time. I mean, how many times are they going to speak? How many times? What are they going to say? Now it's Meghan's memoirs. I mean, they have told so many lies. I mean, were they happy to leave or were they pushed to leave? I remember that Oprah interview, guys. Now, this is what Harry has been reduced to. Being dragged through the lobby of a hotel in Las Vegas by Chicken Legs Markle, looking quite unhappy, not being followed by any pap, by the way. These are all blurry pictures because nobody takes pictures of them because nobody cares. And if there were paps, the paps would get good shots. No, it's always blurry. Look at those chicken legs and that fat guy looking at them. That's what Harry's been reduced to. And trying to be celebrity A-list adjacent. And I do not care what the Sugars say, the Sussex Squad, how even the Daily Mail, People magazine try to twist this around, how happy they are married. I mean, somebody should tell Harry that he's happily married, just like Meghan told him. Remember when he said in Oprah that he didn't know he wasn't happy until Meghan told him? Maybe somebody should tell him that he's happy now. Maybe Meghan should tell him, Harry, you're happy. Because clearly he has not gotten the memo that he is happy. He got memo when Meghan told him, hey, you're unhappy here. This is what's happening. This is a racist institution. Yeah, he got that memo. But I guess Meghan is failing to give him the second memo. Is that now that I've tricked and lied to you about everything, now you're supposed to be happy? Or is this Harry's face realizing that he could have been in Singapore with his brother being adored and loved all over the world, still having access to A-listers and A-listers vying for his attention, instead of sitting next to this psycho wacko. If you look, she's the only one clapping with her mouth always suspiciously open, and we know how Meghan loves to have her mouth open, and everybody's sitting around just nothing, but she's acting like this crazy excited chicken. All the while, Prince William is being met by the Prime Minister and President of Singapore to actually talk about things that matter. Clearly thriving, not surviving. You know, clearly happy, happily married, loved and adored and respected worldwide. Because Harry has no respect from anybody, not even, especially from his now wife. Now, we're going to laugh a little bit about this. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex enjoyed a glitzy, child-free night out as they watched the pop star, this is Katy Perry, perform one of her last residency concerts at Resorts World Theater, both wearing black ensembles. Meghan, 42, commanded attention in a sparkly gem-encrusted outfit teamed with a blazer, while Harry, 39, wore a sophisticated suit and a matching shirt. They were joined in the VIP section by Celine Dion. Both looked animated, standing up and cheering as the California Girls singer took to the stage. This is very misleading and very deceiving, and we're going to clear this up right away. As for Meghan and Prince Harry, we're told they were also seated in the VIP section, but they were in a group of seats that were adjacent to Celine and co. So not really with them. Their night seemed to be a little more low-key, with Meghan chatting up a woman she was sitting next to. They don't even know that's Misha Noonan because nobody knows them. And Prince Harry just kind of sitting there, minding his own biz, somewhat aloof, somewhat. Even when they were seen standing up with the others, the couple just sort of stood there. Yeah. And by the way, nobody saw them get in the plane. We saw Cameron Diaz, we saw Zoe Saldana, we saw them, we saw, what's his name, the lady from, I don't know, this, I can't remember, it's like Bumble or something like that, that she's the CEO or chairman or something like that. We saw Benji Madden, but we didn't see Harry and Meghan Markle get actually in the plane. We just saw them disembark with the bodyguard, and we assumed that they were there because, of course, you know, they always have to be there. They were not with Celine Dion. They did not sit right next to Celine Dion. Celine Dion was sitting elsewhere. Okay, and when they were walking in, the only reason people were applauding and everything was because Celine Dion was coming almost from in front of them. You know, they were coming in, and Celine Dion was entering, almost facing Harry and Meghan, and was sitting above them in the VIP section with Cameron Diaz, Zoe Saldana, and other VIPs, which are not Harry and Meghan Markle. So we have all got to wonder who is thriving and who is just there. Because Harry could have been with his brother. He could have been part of this amazing initiative. He could have been in Africa, a place that he claimed to love, doing something, being even more popular, had he married a woman of value, morals. But who did he choose? He chose Meghan Markle. He could have, I mean, I don't even know where to begin with that. Because he had two beautiful girlfriends. But of course, I've told you before that those two beautiful girlfriends, they didn't want to have anything to do with Harry because Harry is not a nice man. And I know many of you get angry with me because you think I'm trashing Harry, but it's the truth. Meghan Markle meets the needs of Harry that he wants his woman to have. Meghan Markle reflects his moral compass and his values. Whereas Catherine and Prince William chose a woman who mirrored his moral values, and they respect and love each other. This is why you see Harry, traipsing, trying hopefully to be around Celine Dion or in the same picture as an A-lister when he's royalty. Meghan is not a royal. They all make fun of him. They all make fun of them, guys. They all really do. I don't understand why people can't see that, but they all really do make fun of him. So I guess nobody has told Harry that he's happy. Now we have Omid Scobie saying those things, that Harry's gonna take Prince Harry gloves off. Prince Harry, it's even laughable. How many versions of things are there gonna be? Now Omid Scobie is saying that. Well, not Omid Scobie. That's Meghan Markle is saying that they were pushed out of the royal family, but they sat in that Oprah interview happy, saying that they had left. That William and Charles were prisoners of that horrible colonialist institution. I do hope that the royal family sues Omid Scobie, also known as Meghan Markle, and Prince Harry, if he makes accusations that he shouldn't be making, because that would be serious slander. And I think that the royal family has kept it quiet for way too long, and they need to take the gloves off and really let anybody who's still putting out a narrative in a worldwide platform and writing about the royal family, the monarchy, and what they stand or don't stand for. Because the reason why things are going to keep escalating is because a stop is never put or placed on anybody. There have been no consequences, or Harry and Meghan and Omid have never been held accountable for all the lies they say. Never. They have never been held accountable. So who's going to make them accountable? If nobody is, the only people who can make them accountable is the royal family. So they better act, because how much more damage are they willing to allow Harry and Meghan Markle to make to their monarchy, the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth, before they're stopped? Using a mouthpiece like Omid Scobie, who is truly, truly, guys, a nobody. I mean, but we can see who's happy and who's unhappy. We can see who's going to go the distance and who's not. Harry's drugged up most of the time. He doesn't even know what planet he's on. Probably he doesn't even know that he's at Katy Perry's concert. Probably he doesn't even know that he's married to that woman. And you know how incredibly telling there is? We have Catherine, who did not go to Singapore because he's helping her son prepare for a big test to go to school. And their kids are their number one priority. Whereas Meghan Markle, they're enjoying a child-free night. Those poor two kids, you know that Harry and Meghan have taken 16 private flights within 60 days? In the last 60 days, they've been away almost 40 days out of those two children's lives that they claim to have, that I don't believe they're real at all. But let's say the kids are real. It's just in the last 2 months that we know of. They're never there with the kids. They're enjoying a child-free night when Meghan says that being a mother is everything to her. Do we buy that BS? I mean, that is a very badly sinking ship. Does Harry know that he's on board the Titanic? Does he know that he has hit an iceberg and is fast sinking? Does he understand that his marriage is sinking and he's the last man, or that he's going to go out or down with the ship, because Meghan is going to jump way before that ship sinks. Does Harry know that he's aboard the Titanic, that his marriage is called the Titanic? I mean, what do you guys think? Who do you think is really happy? Catherine and William, or Meghan and Harry? I want to hear your comments. Do you think that the royal family is going to act? Finally, it's going to act. Do you think that they will? Please let me know if they will, because they haven't so far. And they still have Harry on the line of succession, regent, and fifth in line to the throne, and in the royal website. What do you think is going to happen?